Share tab audio. Dark screen. Share system audio. Okay, welcome back. We're going to be starting with the Wizard. Yes, hey, welcome back. We're going to be starting with the Wizard Worlding. So, continuation from the last episode that we were just on. We are now going to switch, and we will flip the switch entirely over to the system. Okay, and then eventually maybe we can just edit this part out completely. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we'll begin the show most urgently. The other problem we may have is we may be showing too much of the screen. That's okay. That's all we can do. Because the man says the horse can do. The man says the horse can do. Haha! Now we shall begin. Wizard'Worlds. Commence. Okay, this is the main area of the map. Of course, this is on adventure. And actually, we're not supposed to actually see a lot of those numbers there. But okay. So if you have a card deck, what happens is you start off going down a trail, and then the trail then leads you to numbers. And as you find these numbers, you then draw them out of the card deck, and that places you in that area of the map, so you can drop down, and you're able to travel through the directions that are in therein. Okay, these are star maps here to play around with visually, theoretically. There are other types of clues, maps for finding specific areas and things that there are to find, for showing you that there are things that you will then see and find within this amazing fictional world of the existers. The existence continuum from a long distant created game or adventure, whichever you'd like. There are names of galaxies. There is a galaxy system, and this was all made over most over 20 years, about 20 years back. So all of these worlds have a kind of a universal location in this map, this diagram, in this in this universe, and they can be found through the card sequences. But you need to find yourself, you know, airships and spaceships, things like that, aircrafts that you can then take. There's a key followed so that you can keep track of the areas. Footsteps. Shacks is where your party would begin. There's a shack on every continent to begin with. Or you can also start over here on these middle islands as well. You just need to make yourself to a number. Or parts. There, things down depending on how your adventure is playing out. Excuse me. And so they can increase, of course. They also increase by the number of skill levels you've earned and how far you've climbed in your rank. And you're able to earn rank by a vast, very various amount of things as well. Okay. That begins the visual demonstration. Okay, that should begin the visual demonstration for the for the visualizing of the pictures, and we will continue from there momentarily, I think. There's a number that I'm supposed to go to, and I'm okay. I found it. So I'll be putting these pictures and photos onto the screen as I then can see where the directions are telling us to go. So if we want to keep moving, we have a direction to choose. So I'll just do that, and then you don't have to pay attention to that, and I will just keep things rolling along. single time. But let's see. Great. Yeah, this is about as quickly as I can pull a picture in. This is about as quickly as I can pull a picture in right here. Okay. Nice. Get my window back. Okay, we're back now. Okay, we're back now with a visual right here. All right, I just took this snapshot here. If I get to my tools. Let me see. Why can't I? Anyway, then we come to this peak, and there's some sort of a mechanism hanging on a cable line, and we are way up in the mountains, and there's a small bridge that takes us to the small mechanism. The size of the trees, it seems that the mechanism is fairly big, fairly large enough to maybe step into. It could be a travel cable. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Okay, I'm going to switch the picture now. And the choices on that were to uh, go and explore the the craft, or to keep moving along the road, and I chose to go towards the craft. So now we'll look at next file. Okay. 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 So this is then taking us uh, flying. We're cabling now across the mountaintops. We must have figured out how it worked. Worlds are peaks and beyond distance to a peak. Okay, so we'll be getting off at a new peak once we're done swinging on through the mountain here. Okay, we'll be back with more, and appreciate you keeping up with our channel. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.